back. I came back last week from the UK and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I learned. It was really transformational and I've got so much that I want to share with you, but the first thing I want to share with you is I wonder how often you're not really your true self and how often you contour yourself or just edit yourself consciously or unconsciously with just not saying what you really want to say, not doing what you really want to do, drinking too much, eating too much, shopping too much, I don't know, being online too much, just covering up the shield, I suppose, that is protecting you from going deep to talk to yourself and to feel who you are and what's going on with you, because we spend so much time in distraction. So when I left to go to the UK, I was really having a frantic week. I was having a great week, but I was trying to buy a house and it was really, really forced, and it was a gorgeous house. And I put my heart and soul into it, doing my best to get it. And when I got on the aircraft from Auckland to LA, what was going around in my head was it was going to be really tricky for me to get my mortgage sorted out so quickly, and if the house didn't sell and Paul couldn't buy me out, and rah. And it was on my mind for the first 12 hours of the flight, and it took me away from where I was, which was with my two sons on the way to see a family that I hadn't seen, going to a wedding. So I decided just to park it, but I knew that it was there. And then a couple of days into the holiday, I had a discussion with Paul and we decided that he wasn't going to go and buy me out, which was a good decision because it was too forced. And I had to sit with that for a week. So the reason I'm telling you that long story is I'd gone from really forcing something and really wanting something, which is who I am. If I want something, I do my best to get it. But then I remembered that who I am as well is someone that trusts and has faith in some things that I don't know about and letting go of the outcome. And that was a real changing point for me, because when I did let go of the outcome and decided, if I don't get that house, I'm sure something else will come up and it will be really good, then I felt real peace come and happiness. And I had the most crazy, fantastic time in Sheffield. My friends and family were just epic. So one of the things I wanted to tell you is catch yourself when you're forcing something. Always do your best to get what you want and to find out what you want and go for it, and then learn to let go of the outcome and trust. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about is being yourself, because when I was in the UK, I totally felt myself come back. My accent was really strong. It was crazy, and Dan's was the same, Joe's was the same, and we just had the craziest, most loving, fun time. And one of the reasons for that is I stopped judging myself. I stopped apologizing. I did a lot of explaining about my marriage breakup, which was a pain in the ass, but it was also really therapeutic just to keep cleaning it out, and it helped clear up my mind as well. But I felt unafraid. I felt unafraid to be me. I was in my hometown. I walked around it happily, and I became untangled, which was the best thing about being there. And so I decided that I wanted to keep that going when I got back, and I'm very happy to be back. I love the people that I'm around, and I love my job. Love Nelson. It's just paradise. But what I'm keen to do is keep hold of my truth and my actual journey for what's happening to me right now. And one of the things that I knew that I was afraid of was rejection, because I felt like I had huge rejection after a marriage breakup after 25 years. And rejection is something that on a primal level feels like death. So it's really, really tough. And I know lots of you have had that too. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be rejection of a job, rejection of an application for something. There's tons, isn't there? But fear of rejection often blocks us from being who we are, because for me, I definitely started to change my habits, change who I was, dumb myself down, because I didn't feel good enough. And that really hurt me, and it hurt my business, and it hurt my health. But I didn't really realise that. So this is a bit waffly, isn't it? But never mind. I realised that the only choice that I wanted to choose was to not suppress anymore, to face anger, to face fear, to face love, to open up to possibility, and not to think too much about the bigger future, but to face what was happening right now and face it with courage and face it with strength as well, and a sense of humour. So in this, I really have found, I don't want to say found myself again. I feel more like myself again. And I'm really conscious of when I feel anxious, which is something that I've struggled with. And I slow right down and I check, who am I with? What was I doing? And I own it straight away. I think, okay. And I try to understand that the person with me or the situation that can trigger that anxiousness is someone who is also not being true to themselves and is also in some way having a fear of rejection. So I know this is really messy and all over the place. I've got so much going on in my head about this. I'll try and write something as well. But what I've written some notes to try and keep me on track, and I haven't kept on track as well. But I wanted to say to you, let fear guide you rather than run away from it. So that can mean that you face how you feel. You don't distract yourself. You don't numb it down, you face it. And then on the other side, you find out who you are, what you're scared of and why you're scared of it. And that gives you the strength to actually move past it, to hold its hand, to hug it, and to live with it until you can move past it. Get to know your uncomfy. Get to know what triggers your uncomfortableness and kind of look at it and go, okay, don't worry about it, just own it, and then you can then accept that just as it is and just as you are as well. Also connect with what makes you feel really fab, really happy, really relaxed, whatever it is with you, and then you can get more of that as well. So in a very short nutshell, try going deeper with yourself by facing the things that you're scared of instead of running away from them. Stop editing yourself. That needs you to slow down, and it needs you to stop doing things that you really don't want to do, and it needs you to actually just be with yourself a little bit more, or be with other people who will call you out in a really loving way, but who have got your back. So I think this has gone on for 8 minutes, but never mind, I didn't do a video for a long time. So how do you do this? How do you catch yourself in fear? You learn to slow down and you learn to do less. And then you can hear your fear and you can then feel it. And then you can slow down and ask, oh, what's going on here? So the first practice, and I'll talk to you more about this later, is for you to slow down. Seriously, slow down. You'll be surprised what you can do if you stop rushing around, if you stop people pleasing, if you do less things that are really not something that you want to do, and if you don't go online so much, and waste your time doing other things. So slow down, go deeper with yourself, stop editing yourself, and be who you are. What are you afraid of that stops you doing that? Mine was rejection. I'm not afraid of it anymore. Hope this helps. I'm sorry that it's long. Well, I'm not sorry. That's me, that's my fear. This is just what it is, because this is me today with what's going on in my head. I'm sure you'll get something out of it, even if it's for you to think of yourself. Are you really true to yourself? I don't know. Thanks for listening. I will try to put some notes with this in a second so I can send it to you with a little bit more clarity. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.